it going for Lucy, everybody? Yeah. All right. How's everyone doing tonight? Good? Good. That's good. I'm doing good. So my first name is Carlin, which in Gaelic actually means little champion. Yeah, although given my size and how my life has been going, I think my parents named me ironically. Even more ironically, Little Champion is what my ex-girlfriend used to call my dick. Even worse than that, my last name is actually Potter. For some reason, when people find that out, and that I'm British, they feel compelled to ask me if I'm related to Harry Potter. Why, yes, of course I'm related to a fictional character who doesn't actually exist. How did you figure that one out? My full name is probably the most British name you've ever heard in your life. It's actually Carlin Giles Edward Potter. I know. The only way I could make it sound more British is if I were to get knighted so that I could add the title of Sir to it. Or maybe I could buy a square foot of land in Scotland so that I could add the title of Lord to it. Then I'd be Lord Carlin Giles Edward Potter. That sounds like it should be in the Epstein files. Somewhere between Prince Andrew and the 38,000 times Trump is mentioned. You know, alphabetically. So I have an accent. My parents are originally from England, but I was born here. Growing up, I watched a lot of British sitcoms and drank copious amounts of Earl Grey, which is why I sound like a discount version of Ricky Gervais. Without the fame and fortune, of course. I did have some luck, though, as a few years before the pandemic, I bought my house. The only reason I was able to afford it was because I bought it with my inheritance. So now, when people ask me how much I paid for it, I get to say it cost me 2 grandparents and an uncle. I'm just waiting for my parents to kick the bucket so I can build a bar in the basement. The best part about that is that I'll still be able to get drunk by myself at home, but still feel like I'm being silently judged by my family. It'll be just like a family reunion. Sounds like you've been to one of my family reunions. So, I'm single, obviously. I feel like I've tried everything. Bars, dating apps, blind dates, dates who can still see. Nothing seems to work. Although I did manage to come up with a pickup line I thought was pretty clever. It goes, "Hey, I'm looking for the CEO to my Luigi Mangione. The Charlie Kirk to my Tyler Robinson. All I want to do is make the world a better place and take you out. For dinner." That line actually managed to get me laid. Once. No, but I've been single for so long, I feel like I've heard every version of the "you're a nice guy, but" speech. The single people know what I'm talking about. There's the classic, "I just don't feel a connection," or "I'm just not that into you." There's the unexpected surprise, "I think I'm actually lesbian." And finally, my personal favorite, "I think I'd be better off with my toxic ex." Yeah, I've heard it so many times that now, when I see that awkward smile and I hear that heavy sigh coming, I just cut her off. And I'm like, "You're about to give me the 'you're a nice guy, but' speech, right? Yeah? Cool. Look, this is the 5th time I've heard it this year. All good." And I just walk away. I mean, what else am I supposed to say, right? It's almost as bad as hearing "it's not you, it's me." Except in my case, it's the opposite. Whenever I get dumped, I'm always told "it's not me, it's you." I'm starting to think that being the nice guy is the problem. After all, I am the common denominator in all my relationships. And if the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, then I'm not only single, but also batshit crazy, apparently. And it's a really bad sign if a woman dumps you after you've slept with her, right? Unrelated, I think we should have more women working in banks. Not just as tellers, but as managers, security, everything. I think it'd be great. That way, I could break into a bank completely undetected and never have to worry about getting caught, since apparently I'm completely invisible to women. Like right now, all the women in the room see is literally this. But the men in the room, you guys can still see me, right? Yeah. Okay, good. At least there's that. Anyway, that's been my time. You guys have been great. Enjoy the rest of your evening.